Hey, Searnold.
Yeah, Zach?
I have a question. What's up with the comics? Like Marvel right now. What's up? Like, what's up with Marvel?
That was quite a bit of rambling to get to a fundamentally simple question.
Warning. This podcast contains extreme spoilers from Marvel Comics number 1000 and incoming number 1. You have been warned.
Hey, everybody. This is the DoomBots podcast. We're the DoomBots. I'm Zach. This is Searnold.
Hello.
And basically, we're comic lovers, except Searnold knows them much better than me, and I have a passing understanding. We figure there's a lot of people who have a huge affinity for the Marvel characters in the Marvel Universe who can't read all 60-some-odd comics they put out every single month. So we're going to spoil the shit out of them.
Yay!
One crazy-ass story at a time. So that's our general plan. And today, I have a very specific question for you, Searnold.
Yes.
And by specific, I mean wildly broad.
Oh?
Where's Marvel Comics at now? I know they just had an 80th anniversary special going on. Last week, you teased me about some crazy shit. Something about a mask and some trees, I think. I don't remember.
Yes,
but,
the Eternity Mask.
The Eternity Mask. Okay, well, there's no point. Everybody go home.
Yeah, now we know.
What's up?
All right, so yes, the first Marvel comic, Marvel Comics number 1, was published in 1939. So this past year, which was 2019, was their 80th anniversary.
That math adds up.
Yes, I'm very good at math. And they published a
I would like to point out, you didn't have to do any of that math. They're celebrating their 80th anniversary.
Yeah, but, it's always good to double check. Don't just trust people.
That's fair.
Never trust them. So they published a comic called Marvel Comics 1000 in celebration of being 80 years old. And they had a bunch of stuff in it about a lot of the history of Marvel Comics over the past 80 years.
Was there a narrative to this comic?
Sort of.
All right.
So they're also semi-retconning some of their history in order to create a new character that is going to make a big debut in 2020.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Marvel Comics been around for 80 years. Has Marvel ever done a series reboot, like DC with the New 52 or Rebirth? Or has there ever been that, like, we're just starting fresh, every character is different, and you're going to kind of hate them a little bit more?
Yeah, so they did that once.
Okay. In
the 90s. It lasted about 13 issues, and then they went back to the regular universe.
They just mulliganed it?
They were like, this isn't working, undo.
But so 13, so it lasted a year.
It did, yeah, a full year.
Right.
It was called the Heroes Reborn universe. It was because of Onslaught, which was Professor Xavier and Magneto put together.
You know what? Let's tackle that maybe on a different day, because that sounds like a lot.
Yes, indeed. But one of the things I really like about Marvel is that instead of changing the past, when something is weird or doesn't work anymore, what they'll do is they'll tell a new story to find a way to explain it so that it does make sense.
I feel that sense here is told with massive air quotes.
So that it can be comprehended under the current rules of whatever crazy shenanigans exist in the here and now. How about that?
Yeah, that's close to a thing.
Yeah. So Marvel Comics number 1 introduced 2 of Marvel's big characters, one of whom was the Human Torch.
Human Torch. Like the
Torch.
Fantastic Four Human Torch?
No. This was the robot Human Torch.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
What?
Well, android, technically.
So, not a human, then?
Well, he was shaped like a human.
No. Okay.
As opposed to being like a box-shaped robot.
Are you telling me that the first Human Torch fails to live up to a full 50% of its moniker.
Yes.
Did it light on fire?
It did light on fire.
All
yes,
right.
sometimes uncontrollably.
I guess that is the more important part of the two.
Yes.
All right.
And so that character in one form or another, whether it be the original android or Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four, and then later the original android being brought back to life because, hey, it's Marvel Comics, why not? He's been around for all 80 years.
All right.
Same thing with Namor the Submariner.
I'm sorry. That was the first one?
Yep, in Marvel Comics #1. He is the... Gosh, how do I describe him? He wears a green bikini and has wings on his feet. He's got the pointy ears like a Vulcan.
Oh, well, I'm sold. I mean, I know Namor... I always thought he was an Aquaman knockoff, but I guess, is Aquaman a knockoff of Namor?
Yes, actually, I do think Namor appeared first in 1939, then that's before Aquaman did.
For sure, I think.
So he was a
If we're wrong, I'm sure we'll find out about it.
Absolutely. He was half human, half Atlantean.
Okay.
So he could breathe both underwater and in the air. And
what were some of his powers? I'm not really familiar with Namor.
He could
always seems
fly. Well, he's
sorry,
a huge
hold up.
jerk.
Let's pause. We have to stop completely. He can fly.
Sure, he's got wings on his feet.
There's so much that I have wrong with that. If he can fly, right?
Yes.
That's a lot of time not submarine. That's a lot of time above the marine layer, correct?
But he can also breathe underwater.
Sure. But again, like the not human Torch, I feel that if you're going to make a character whose whole thing is water, making him fly is a weird power to just throw in there.
That's fair. But he was modeled after the Roman god of flight. Hermes?
I guess in the early days, you're like, oh, we don't have to be super specific because there's nothing else, so just give them all the shit.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The creator...
Again, big air quotes.
Submariner's creator, Bill Everett, was a big fan of Roman mythology, and the way that he came up with the name for Namor is he wrote down a bunch of words backwards to see which one looked
fucking
cooler.
Roman.
And he's Roman. The little wings on his ankles are modeled after Hermes, yeah.
Sure.
And that's why he can fly.
Okay. The only way that works for me is if he's flying upside down by his feet and he's just dangling through the air while the feet fly independent of his control.
And that's exactly how it works. Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's cool. That's very interesting.
Yes.
I'd love to see those original panels.
He's also super strong and can talk to fish animals.
Sure.
And
see, that one makes sense. The strength, sure. I mean, he's a superhero.
And actually, all Atlanteans are super strong because they live super deep.
Yeah, I know history, Searnold. I understand aquatic biomechanics. I'm not dumb.
Well, good.
Anyway, so
he has also been around for 80 years, right? In one form or another. Fish dude. Yes, fish dude, as we lovingly call him.
Ridiculous. All right, so.
And there was another character.
Is Namor still a staple of Marvel? Like, is he?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. In the current Marvel comics, he is getting ready to go to war with the surface world.
Does he have a solo comic of his own?
No.
Oh, okay. Did he ever?
He has from time to time.
Okay.
Yeah. And he oscillates back and forth a lot between being a good guy who fights for the greater good of the whole planet and being a bad guy who is mad at the surface world for polluting the ocean. And right now, he's a bad guy who's mad at the surface world.
I very much relate to both of those emotions. Never mind, he's my new favorite character. Anyway, so how does this relate to 1000?
So Marvel Comics #1 also had another character in it named the Masked Raider, who was just a regular Western character. Westerns were super popular in the early days of comics.
Sure.
He lasted for about 12 issues, so he has not been a super famous part of Marvel's history.
They just stopped writing his thing?
It just wasn't popular.
You know you suck when there are only 3 and they're like, no, we can definitely get rid of one of our 3.
Yes.
Wow.
And
what did he do? Was he like?
He didn't do anything.
Was he part of the same universe as?
No. At the time, the idea of a connected universe wasn't really a thing.
Got it. They were telling separate stories with separate people.
Yeah, and he was a cowboy, so he lived in like the 1840s or so.
Sure. All right.
So what they're doing now is they're bringing him back, and they've decided
the time is right. We've all been clamoring.
They've decided that his mask,
yes.
He wore a black mask because he was the Masked Raider.
Sure.
Is this extremely important mystical artifact.
Uh-huh.
And so throughout the Marvel Comics issue number 1000,
Yes.
as we celebrated Marvel's history, they also showed how it had been in the background of some of Marvel's important moments. We just didn't know it at the time.
Oh, so it's like a weird, like, Usual Suspects. Do you remember?
Yes.
But yeah, sort of like, oh, it was secretly in there the whole time. We just didn't realize it. Sort of like the twist, like the Fight Club.
Yeah.
The Fight Club reveal, but retconned into the 1000th issue of this comic. All right.
So what the mask is...
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm already very excited for this.
So in Marvel Comics, there is a being called Eternity, who is the physical manifestation of the universe.
All right.
And he is a conscious creature.
So eternity? So like death is, we talked about Thanos.
Yes.
So death is also a...
Yes, and death lives inside of eternity.
Right.
There aren't very many beings who live outside eternity, but there are a couple. We see them from time to time. And from time to time, eternity will use its consciousness to interact with some of the things going on inside of him. Like the way that you burp. Like if you feel like you need to burp, you can make yourself burp.
Okay.
If eternity's like, ooh,
I feel...
there's some stuff going on in here that I don't like, and he'll mess with it a little bit.
I feel eternity may be offended by the way in which you are reducing his cosmic greatness. And I don't even know this character, but I just know that if I was that, I would be like, no.
My analogies are perfect, never question them.
Okay, that's fair.
So the mask was woven through the soul of eternity.
Nope. No.
Yes, it was.
No.
It
What
says
does
so
that
in
mean?
Marvel Comics
What
1000.
does that mean?
I'm not really sure, but Wizards did it back in the King Arthur era.
Back in the King Arthur era. Okay.
Yes, so the Eternity Mask has existed for a long time.
Sure.
And it's got the power to make whomever wears it the equal of any around them.
Just the equal, though?
Yes.
But not better than.
It gives them a fighting chance. That's what's important.
Okay. Sure.
And the intent of the mask has always been about revolution and giving power to the people.
I'm not trying to criticize, but the caveat, it gives them a fighting chance, sounds like everyone thought like, oh, we need outs for dramatic effect. So we can't make this mask as powerful as something that is woven through the soul of eternity, because that would be all things.
That could be just ultimate power.
Yeah. So, but like, how are you going to write a story? Like, it's the Superman problem where you're like, okay, everyone's made out of kryptonite now, I guess. Like, that's why they made that, so they didn't have to make a bunch of things whose powers are counters eternity.
Yeah, that's
all
fair.
Right.
And also, it gives him the ability to be kryptonite to anything overpowered that they may have already made.
Oh, that's a good point. It's a neat... I mean, the problem with it is it's a little bit of a blatant attempt at that, it seems.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I mean, it could be interesting. It seems to me that with the Mask of Eternity and that aspect, the mirroring the person that you're fighting, I guess, it's very much like I think there's a character Taskmaster.
There is a character Taskmaster,
who can fight like anybody he's fighting, right?
Yes.
Okay. But Taskmaster, if I remember correctly, and I probably don't, could retain that knowledge.
Yeah, so anyone he fights, he gets the ability to mimic their fighting styles.
And but he saves that.
Saves that,
okay.
Yeah.
Does this Mask of Eternity allow this person to maintain that power?
It does not. So the power of the wearer goes up and down depending on who he's around.
Okay. All right. I'm already thinking of the possibilities. Like, imagine he just starts fighting, like, a big bad, right? And then some, like, just mobster comes up, and he inadvertently obliterates him because he's also fighting another guy at the same time. I like this. I'm down with this.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So what they show about this mask is that it was originally woven in King Arthur times. Benjamin Franklin used it to help win the American Revolution.
Did he now?
As we all know.
Yes. I told you. I know my history. I remember the Mask of Eternity class.
Yeah. And then the Masked Raider had it and was using it for good in cowboy times. And then 3 characters called the 3 X's got their hands on the mask.
Okay.
And what they have been retconned into being, in Marvel Comics #1, when we meet the Human Torch, the scientist who built that android is showing him off to 3 other totally random, meaningless scientists who are now these important scientists called the 3 X's, who we see have been at important moments throughout Marvel history doing this, that, or the other.
So is this comic just a look back at different moments, important moments in the Marvel history, and then subtly inserting the mask or these 3 into those moments?
Yes. So it's an 80-page anthology where each page tells a 1-page story about 1 year from Marvel Comics. So there's 1 page about 1939, 1 page about 1940, so on and so forth.
Got it.
And some of the stories are just kind of fun, silly. Some of the stories are celebrating some of the history, and a handful of the stories weave this mask into events that have happened before.
Got it.
So another place we see the mask when Steve Rogers first gets the serum that turns him into Captain America. Apparently, in another room in whatever building this was happening in, the 3 X's were using the mask to make another hero called the Thunderer. He was a hero, a very short-lived Marvel hero from the 1950s.
Also going to throw this out there. A lot was going on at that base.
Well, sure.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
All right. The Thunderer?
Yeah, I don't know anything about him.
Just that
he existed in the 50s.
I mean, that is a very unfortunate name. It's
You think
just
so?
difficult to say.
Thunderer.
Yeah, that's
Rubber.
that's a weird phoneme. Thunderer. Does he make thunder? Is he loud?
Honestly, I do not know anything about him.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with the Thunderer.
Except
How are we
that-
bringing back some guy named the Masked Raider and you've got the Thunderer running around?
Well, maybe we will. And it turns out the Thunderer was powered by the same Eternity Mask.
But then wouldn't just his power be... Does the mask have different powers throughout time?
It hasn't been shown to, but it has been shown that if you don't believe in the magic of the mask, it won't lend you its powers.
Whoa. What?
Yes, so
faith is required for the magic to work?
yes.
I get that. That's very, that's how it is in love, too.
Oh, yeah.
No.
There's a sense that the mask is semi-sentient and aware and interacting with whomever is wearing it. The current incarnation of the Masked Raider talks about how the mask shows him things, shows him important things that he needs to know about.
Sure. I mean, the same thing just sounds like something a crazy person screams at you outside of a Walgreens, but...
Yeah, that too.
I've got a mask. It was woven through the soul of eternity, and it shows me things. It makes me as strong as you!
That's probably how Marvel
Okay.
Comics gets most of their stories.
That's not a bad point. I can see that happening.
So, one of the other comics that recently came out was another anthology called Incoming. And it is supposed to
And this
set
is
the
separate
stage.
from the Marvel 1000.
This is separate from the Marvel 1000, but came out at a similar time,
Got it.
towards the end of 2019.
And like the Masked Raider, it's sort of setting up the next couple of storylines.
Yes, so
which
it
the
is.
Masked Raider will be a part of.
Yes, he
theoretically?
will.
Okay,
So Incoming is sort of a teaser of 2020.
sure.
There's a crime. It's hard to solve, so each character goes to their next friend to get help. Right, and so...
It's just a crime.
Okay, well, I guess we'll start at the beginning. then.
Okay, yeah. I mean, generally, right?
I was going to give, an overarching summary before going into the details.
You're right. No, do the thing. Do the summary.
Well, that's it. There's a crime, and then they go from character to character trying to solve it, and that's why we get a glimpse at all of these things that are happening in the Marvel
Got it.
Universe.
Okay. What crime could be big enough? Is it a genocide? Is it like a...
No, it's just a dead guy.
It's just a dead guy.
It's a mysterious dead guy.
All right. This world has psychics, right?
Yes, it does.
How does
but
any crime exist when psychics are a thing?
their psychics in the Marvel Universe have to read somebody's mind who's there. They don't get impressions from nothing, if that makes sense.
Very convenient.
So they couldn't just go to the site and understand what had happened. If he was still alive, they could pull the information out of his mind.
You know what? I bet if I asked you that same question, could a Marvel psychic just go to a character and get an impression? You'd ask, who's writing it and what year is it? Like you always do with all of the questions I have.
If the story they wanted to tell was about a psychic going to a mysterious crime scene and magically solving it, I'm sure they could find a way to do that.
Anyway, so it's like a locked room murder?
It's a locked room, 30 stories up. There are no signs of struggle, no signs of the apartment having been lived in. The mask showed the masked raider that this person was dead, so he shows up and he's like, I don't know.
Super sounds like he's guilty.
Finds out that Daredevil is across the street doing some practicing with Elektra. So,
is that what we call it now?
Yes, that's what it's called.
All right.
So to get their attention, of course, he shoots at them.
What?
I mean, it's not like you can yell across a street from 30 stories up.
You're right. His hearing is shit.
That's a good point. But he does have the mask on. So
He literally sees with his ears.
Maybe Masked Raider just wanted to test his guns. He hadn't shot them in a while.
Pew, pew, all right. Pew, pew. I feel that's a way to make a bad impression when you haven't existed for the last 79 years. But sure. All right.
So Daredevil comes over. He's got no idea. He says the apartment is mysteriously clean.
Just because I'm a nitpicker, did Daredevil at any point go, bro, what's up with the shooting at me?
No. Elektra did. Elektra, when she first showed up, was like, yeah, with the fights. And Masked Raider was like, no, it wasn't me. And
wait, it wasn't me who was shooting? You know what?
Who killed the dead body that I have brought you to discover?
I'm getting hung up on his method of introducing himself. Let's just move on. Next person after the next person.
Daredevil calls his friend Jessica Jones, whom listeners might know from the Netflix series Jessica Jones.
Or from the comic, probably. Is she in the comic?
She is in the comic. She's never been a very dominant character.
Got it.
But, she's around here and there.
Sure.
She is a private investigator, so that's why Daredevil brings her in. But what she says is, everything was locked up tight from the inside, 30 floors up. In another world, maybe that would make for quite a mystery. But we're in this one, and thus, it could be anything. Magic, aliens, teleportation, time travel. A sentient necktie with a decades-old grudge. The possibilities are endless.
Okay, first of all, love that line reading. That was great.
Thank you.
Second of all, she's right. What even is crime detection in this world? How are police a thing?
I agree with that, and I have often thought that in many Marvel stories, so I am very glad that she brought that up.
I just mean, like the level of ambiguity about the very core existence of life in this universe would lead to mass existential crisis among every person who wasn't superpowered.
I agree, but if you know enough about the universe, there's also a lot of nice existential certainty that comes from knowing exactly what creatures made you and why they did.
I guess so. But the sentient necktie thing's a solid point.
Yeah, I mean, everyone could always die at any minute, and the entire world does get destroyed not infrequently.
All right, so this guy's dead. Everyone's real weird about it, even though there's murder all the time. And as Jessica Jones points out, it's not even that weird of a murder, considering it could have been anything.
Yeah.
All right.
So she finds a picture at the crime scene, and on the back of it is the phrase Two-Faced, and then a series of numbers.
Not a DC crossover, though.
No, not Two-Face, the character, Two-Faced.
Look, I can
like
always
a description
hope.
of a person. Hope. Maybe one day.
I'd love to see Harvey Dent just called into this and be like, what the fuck is going on
just
in
out of
world?
nowhere.
Just out of nowhere.
So the other thing on the back of this picture is the Holostar, which is a symbol of the Kree Empire. They're aliens.
Okay.
They're the blue-skinned guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could talk for hours about who they are.
So Kree, are those the Captain Marvel?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, there's multiple aliens.
Skrulls are the ones that are green and can shapeshift.
Oh, okay.
Kree are the one who are blue.
And are also evil in the movie.
Kind of warrior-y, yeah.
Okay, but Skrulls are good in the movie, but bad in the
movie,
comics.
yeah. Well, in the comics, it depends on what year it is and who's telling the story.
Look, Wasn't it sort of a big deal about the Captain Marvel movie that the Skrulls, the big twist was that they weren't
Yes, because
villains?
normally both the Skrulls and the Kree are generally villains.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, neither of them like humans very much.
Got it.
And also, the Kree and the Skrull have been at war with each other for centuries, possibly even millennia. A really long time.
Yeah.
And one of the first big crossovers
All right.
was called the Kree-Skrull War.
Okay.
And it was about the Kree and the Skrull aliens who were fighting each other.
Spilling over onto
Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Two-Faced.
Yes, so Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel,
Yes.
recently found out that her mother was a Kree.
Okay.
So she is half Kree.
All right.
And this caused a lot of publicity problems for her. People generally were mad at her for it, felt like they'd been lied to, that she had deceived them.
Sure.
So because of that and the Holostar, the symbol of the Kree, Jessica Jones thinks, well, let's go to Carol. She's a friend. Let's see what she thinks. She doesn't know anything. So Carol takes it to the Avengers, who she is a member of. The Avengers computer chooses to not decipher the meaning of the code.
Is it sentient?
Sort of?
Okay, nope. We'll have to get to that later.
There will definitely be an episode about this, but the Avengers live inside of a Celestial right now.
Oh, motherfucker.
A giant space god.
I think we need to address that pretty quick.
Like in a couple episodes?
Yeah.
It's not really important to this story.
Sure.
It's just important to know that the Avengers couldn't do it.
All right.
And while the Avengers computer is choosing not to decipher the code, some of Namor's Goonies show up and are like, hey, we're mad at you.
To the
Avengers,
All
which
right.
is one of the signs, one of the reasons that we know that there's going to be a confrontation between Atlantis and the surface world soon, sometime in 2020.
Yep, Marvel definitely gets their ideas from the crazy person outside the Walgreens. There's going to be a confrontation between the Atlanteans and the human world. And you're like, all right, I agree.
I mean, to be fair, that happens every 10 years or so.
That's true. And the guy outside the Walgreens has fought in every one of those wars.
Yes.
So they can't help.
So they can't help. So Carol goes to...
Who do you go to after the Avengers? Are like, nah, sorry, bro.
Well, what she should have done is gone to Mr. Fantastic. Anytime that you have a puzzle that you cannot solve, you go straight to Reed Richards. Spoiler alert, at the end of the story, Reed Richards is going to be the one who figures it out. Why not
Sure.
go to him first? Always go to Reed Richards first.
Of course. Because for some reason he's arbitrarily smarter than everybody, right?
Well, he's not arbitrarily smarter than everybody. He
Sure.
is smarter than everybody. He is the smartest
He's the
person
smartest
in the
person
universe. Yeah.
Is that his power?
Sometimes.
I don't know
So-
why I... All right.
Generally, no, but sometimes they do say that the elasticity of his brain due to his stretchy powers is why he's able to be that smart. But he was that smart also before he got his powers.
He's just the smartest man in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
In the universe.
Oh, specific. You weren't just being... It wasn't hyperbole?
No.
All right. Well, then why would you ever...
He's
not-
busy. He's doing lots of stuff.
So are... Everybody is.
That's fair.
Since you've decided to stop and solve this fucking closed room murder mystery, and you already inconvenienced the Avengers
We have to
for
see what
apparently
everybody...
fighting a Atlantean.
We have to go see what everybody else is up to.
Okay.
So Carol goes looking for her friend Monica Rambeau.
I don't know what that means. I don't know who that is. That didn't even strike a my... Oh, wait, no, she's in the movie, too.
She is in the movie.
Yeah.
She's the daughter
Okay.
of Carol's friend, because when Captain Marvel 2 takes place in the modern age,
Uh-huh.
the daughter will be, in her early adult.
Wait, I just realized something. Does Carol Danvers not age because of her powers?
Depends.
No, okay. Just keep telling the story. I swear to God, just keep telling the story.
So Monica Rambeau is not around, but her boyfriend is Dr. Adam Brashear. He is called the Blue Marvel, and he is with two of his new teammates.
Oh, Marvel.
Marvel, yes.
I
What
heard
did you think I
Blue
said?
Marble, and I was like, weird name. Is he just like a rotund fellow? I don't understand.
Like Gambit, he just kind of
All right,
blew
sure. Just
marbles
shoots-
at people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Marvel. Got it. Keep going. Ignore me. I'm terrible.
So Blue Marvel has gotten together with two other scientist-y types specifically to study and hunt down and understand the Eternity Mask. And
Nice.
so
They weave it back in.
they do.
Just like it was woven through the soul of eternity.
Exactly. So these are the 3 characters, and I actually really, really like the descriptions that are written for them in the comic, so I'm just going to read them for you.
Sure.
So, Dr. Adam Brashear, the Blue Marvel, a genius super scientist turned human antimatter reactor. After the U.S. rejected him in the 1960s, afraid of a black man with his power, he spent decades exploring the edge of the possible.
Okay, I have a lot of questions.
Save them for later.
Okay.
We have to learn about the other 2 members of this team.
All right.
Jimmy Woo is a 1950s super spy, rejuvenated for the modern era. A man both out of his time and ahead of it. He runs Atlas, a global super secret organization half outside the law. Think S.H.I.E.L.D., but better at its job. James Bond meets Moriarty.
Well, okay, I
And
guess. But hold on, what's the half that's inside the law?
People know that they exist.
All right.
Like, not literally everything they do breaks the law.
Okay,
They
good.
just break the law sometimes.
But break the law in the name of the common good?
That's right.
Okay.
To save the world.
Sure. I don't
Theoretically.
love the Moriarty part, but...
Well, it goes with this next one.
All right.
Night Thrasher is another representative of the past and the future, so utterly secure in his abilities that he uses a skateboard as a weapon, and it works. Sherlock Holmes meets Tony Hawk.
I'm sorry, this came out this year?
No, it came out in 2019.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This deck... Tony... Oh, okay.
He's a character from the 90s. Night Thrasher is a character from the 90s who is
Sure.
well known.
Oh, I couldn't tell from the name Night Thrasher. And I was about to talk shit about Tony Hawk being like, not to talk shit about Tony Hawk, but just about how dated. But he was literally just revealed on The Masked Singer as the elephant. So, also, spoilers for The Masked Singer too, I guess.
Yeah, we do a lot of spoiling in this show.
Well, I mean, this is, you know.
A show in this
Yeah.
show. It's a show, right? A podcast is a show?
Yeah.
Okay. So they can't figure it out either, which I think is unlikely.
I mean, given those intros,
Yeah.
like, they should have figured this shit out immediately. You have both Moriarty and Sherlock Holmes references in the same thing. How is he like Sherlock Holmes with a skateboard? No, you know what? We're going to get into that later.
He's smart and he rides a skateboard.
Just like Sherlock Holmes.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, 100%.
One of my favorite Night Thrasher moments is his very first appearance, where he uses his skateboard he hits Juggernaut in the face with it.
Is it a magic skateboard?
No, it's just a regular skateboard. It doesn't do anything to Juggernaut.
Well,
and I like
yeah.
how Carol says, oh, it's surprisingly effective with his skateboard. And I'm like, not really.
I mean, if you were at all effective, I guess I would be surprised. So, but long story short, very long story short, they're of no help.
No help whatsoever.
All right.
So we go and see a few more characters. One of the other characters that we see is Mr. Sinister, who is an X-Men villain, being secretive and villainous and watching things on his lair with many, many TV screens in it, as every good supervillain has.
Of course, standard.
And the story that we see about him is that he recently went to an alternate dimension called Mojoverse and fought an X-Men villain named Mojo in order to get cable TV for the new X-Men Island.
Wait a fucking minute. Okay. Are you going to explain this to me?
No, I think we're good. It explains
Oh,
itself.
fully. Yeah. No, totally.
So Mojo
You know
is...
what? I don't want to know. I want to live in this moment.
Oh, really?
Well, until next week when we talk about
when
X-Men.
the X-Men's current status will be
Yes.
the main part of our podcast.
And we're going to talk about getting free cable by fighting an interdimensional bad guy for a very long time.
Okay, that's fair. So then finally they go to Reed Richards. And Reed Richards is like, oh yeah, it's a hexadecimal code. It's really easy to solve. I know what it is.
Great, Reed Richards.
Thank you.
Solid. Sounds a lot like your brother.
This is the only voice I know how to do.
That joke doesn't even work. You didn't even use that cut of that. Okay.
So they go to Reed Richards. And Reed Richards solves it easily. Because he's Reed fucking Richards.
Of course.
Right? It's a
Smartest
hexadecimal
man in the universe,
code. He's
apparently.
the smartest man in the universe.
Do you think, I imagine that he's the first thing he says. Like, it would have to be.
Hello,
Like,
I'm Reed Richards. I'm the smartest man in the universe.
Because it's a famous thing. It was the first thing you learn about a Harvard man, is that he went to Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're literally the smartest man in the universe,
He's a little humble.
I mean, but you couldn't be. Anyway, not important. So he figures out it's a thing.
It's a hexadecimal code, and it's a warning. And it says, beware the trees.
beware the trees.
Yes. So what we find out is that the dead person is a Kree.
Okay.
And his partner was a Skrull.
Okay.
And they were on Earth working together. And one of the things that I really like is that they picked a particular Kree and a particular Skrull who had been background characters in a couple other stories.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so instead of just making something new up, they used these two semi-established
Kree
characters.
Shapeshift?
Kree cannot shapeshift. It's a whole thing. Apparently some Kree are pink, and you can't tell the difference between them and humans. Like Carol's mom, and like this dead guy. Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
It's a whole other thing.
I am deeply and forever, but I'm not.
So these guys, Raskor and Beldon, were trying to work together.
Wait, hold on. There was 2 dead people?
No, there was one dead person and his partner.
Who's his partner? His partner was involved in this?
What Reed Richards finds out
Yes.
is that the dead guy was a Kree.
And he had a partner.
And he had a partner
right.
who was a Skrull. So they then go to the partner and be like, hey, you killed that guy. And he's like, no, it wasn't me. And so Raskor, who is the Skrull, tries to explain that they were working together to try to bring the Skrull and Kree empires together.
Okay.
So that would be a big deal.
Yeah.
He eats an apple, and a tree bursts forth through his entire body, and he just kind of explodes dead.
Wow. What kind of apples is this dude eating?
Well, the kind that kill you.
All right.
Thus beware the trees.
Sure.
And we don't really know what that means.
Like a tree just explodes out of his fucking head?
Yeah, a fully grown oak-looking tree.
Explodes out of his head.
Yeah. And so now he's dead.
All right.
And theoretically, it's because of having eaten the apple.
Sure.
We're not totally sure.
Okay. And then that's it? That's the end?
Well, there's one more scene, which is kind of a big deal.
Okay.
We see Billy and Teddy, who are a gay couple.
Okay.
They are Kid Wiccan and the Hulkling. They were introduced in the Young Avengers.
The Hulkling?
Hulkling. So because he's Skrull, he has shape-shifting powers, and in his early days, he was just using them to be big and green and strong.
Sure.
And so he was the Hulkling.
And Kid Wiccan?
Kid Wiccan. He's magic.
I figured.
Yeah,
from the
he
name.
happens to be Scarlet Witch's son with Vision, the robot.
Yeah. Of course. Of course.
But that is like 3 episodes worth of explanation.
Okay. Anyway, so Kid Wiccan and Hulkling,
Yeah.
who are a couple.
A couple.
Okay.
And Hulkling gets called away on a mission.
But who does he work for?
Well, theoretically, it was Raxor, the Skrull
Sure.
guy that just died from a tree.
Okay.
Turns out that Hulkling is the ancestor of this ancient half-Kree, half-Skrull guy, and he's able to do a whole Sword in the Stone thing to prove his valor and thus unite the Kree and Skrull empires.
I'm sorry, you said this was one last scene? This is one scene? Not a whole thing? Not its own whole story?
I mean, it's like 3 pages.
Wow. All right.
It goes fast. It's an anthology.
Yeah,
We don't have time to sit
sorry.
around.
Yeah, go.
So anyways, he says, I am Dorek the Eighth, the once and future king of space. We are no longer Kree or Skrull. We are the Alliance. And they're headed to the Sol System, which, is Earth. And the end.
What? Who the fuck are the trees? What are the trees?
Well, we don't know, but my guess is... Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. So he is supposed to be the last of an ancient race.
All right.
And I'm thinking if maybe he is not the last and that their ancient race is coming and killing people, because Groot can fuck your shit up. He's real strong.
Yeah.
So an entire armada of Groots would certainly be something dangerous that might be able to unite the Kree and Skrull together.
Yeah. And again, my knowledge of Groot is limited to the Guardians movies, but I don't remember a scene where he grows the fuck out of somebody's head instantly.
Not in the movies.
No, sure. Does it happen in the comics?
I haven't actually read a comic where it has happened, but it certainly could have happened.
Depends on who's writing it and what year it is.
I mean, it's one of his powers.
Wow, that's a lot, but I feel that we've mostly caught up now.
Well, there's one more thing.
Oh, good.
The Masked Raider, we're going to find out who he is in 2020, and apparently he's going to be a big part of...
Oh, so his identity is not been revealed yet?
Correct. We don't know who is wearing the mask right now.
So they're not sticking with like whoever was the masked raider when he was first introduced. They're going to make it like a reveal and he's somebody that we know.
Right. So we don't know who he's going to be. Well, he discovered one other thing. The 3 X's, the scientists that had the mask, have created something called Korvac.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't that scare you, Zach? Isn't that dangerous?
What?
No, there's no reason why you should know what that is.
Okay.
But a long time ago, I believe this was early 70s, there was a crossover called the Korvac Saga. And Michael Korvac is one of the most powerful creatures that the Avengers have ever fought. He's able to basically reshape reality around himself. Now, he's from an alternate future, so I don't think that the Korvac that has been created in the present could be the same extremely powerful Korvac from the mid-70s, but that is the implication that he's going to be.
Though, now is the future from the 70s.
Yes, but he was from the year 3000, which we still haven't quite caught up to.
Okay. I mean, there's just so much. There's so much.
The point is, he's dangerous, and he's coming.
All right.
And he will also be involved in...
whatever the hell is happening.
Yeah, it's going to be a crossover called Empire. It's got a Y in it.
Yeah, because it's cool.
Like EMPY.
Yeah.
Ari.
Yeah. All right, well, that is so many things. That is so... I don't feel... I mean, I guess I feel caught up in a very, very vague, loose sense of that term.
Yeah, well, just like this was sort of a tease of sort of the things coming from Marvel in 2020, I think it's also sort of a tease of some of the stories that you and I are going to be digging deeper into and explaining throughout 2020.
Because I didn't understand almost any of the things that you said. And again, I know comics fairly well, but there's just so many things that were beyond me. I'm very excited for this. Well, you know what? I think it's time that we spin the wheel of segments now.
Let's do it!
All right. And Stump Searnold.
Ooh, what is this one?
This is fun. Okay, let me get this out. This segment is going to be, I ask you 5 trivia questions, all right? I based them all on Marvel because we're doing this big recap and also because that's what you love. But I thought this would be a good way to sort of go through weird things from Marvel's past and see if you can get them. Now, we're not going to do multiple choice because that'd be too easy.
That's extra tricksy.
Yeah, and also because I couldn't think of a reasonable way to do multiple choice. I had a hard enough time coming up with questions that might even stump you in the first place. So we're going to go, if you don't know it, say I don't know. If there's a really good story behind it, and I feel there might, I will stop you and we'll talk. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question number 1. In the early days of Wolverine, what were the artists allowed to show on Logan, but not when he was in costume as Wolverine?
Interesting. I don't know, but I'm going to guess cigarettes.
No, arm hair.
Really?
For whatever reason, and I'm sure there are reasons, he could have arm hair when he was just Logan, but not when he was in character as Wolverine.
Well, you know, that arm hair always makes you less powerful. That's why I shave mine.
It was apparently a standards thing or an editor's thing. I'm not really sure. I'll look into it. We'll put it up on the site. Number 2. Marvel also published a line of Star Wars comics. Star Wars, the original, The New Hope, came out in May of 1977. When did Marvel publish their first issue of Star Wars comics?
I should know this because it was in Marvel 1000, which I just read. Celebrating the first issue of Star Wars was in it, not a crossover with Star Wars. They just talked about how it was an important part of Marvel history.
Fighting the X-Men.
That would be amazing. I hope they do it someday. Disney owns both of them, so it could happen.
We found out from our research last week that they've never done a Star Wars Marvel. Nope. It would be so easy.
Not even an uncanon, weird, alternate universe one-off thing. It's
Which
never
is
happened.
funny because when you look at fan fiction, that's all it is.
Yeah. So I want to say 78.
It was March of 1977. It was 2 months before the movie came out, but the cover date was June, so it looked like it came out after.
Interesting.
But technically, they had worked with Marvel, and they published it in 2 months before the movie came out.
It was the first comic in the modern era to sell over 1 million copies.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, question number 3. What horror-related word, I'll give you a clue, it's a type of entity, like a type of creature, did Marvel own the rights to from 1975 to 1996, and then eventually they were like, this is too hard to enforce?
Zombie.
Zombie is correct. Did you know that, or
No, I just guessed.
No, they owned the rights to the word zombie, and then everyone's like, "No, we're just gonna use it," and they're like, "Oh, all right." Question number 4: What superstar tried to buy Marvel Comics in the early '90s? And two-parter, why?
I have no idea, but I'm going to say Nicolas Cage because he loves comics.
It's a good guess. And I bet at some point Nicolas Cage did try to buy Marvel Comics, because at some point he's tried to buy everything you can buy.
Yes.
But the answer is Michael Jackson.
I did not know that at all.
Apparently, he tried to buy it in the early 90s because he wanted to play Spider-Man in an early film version.
He should have waited till they went bankrupt in the late 90s, and
Sure.
then he could have probably afforded it.
Probably, but I mean, I'm very glad that didn't happen.
Are you kidding? I would
It's
love
true.
to see a Michael Jackson Spider-Man movie.
No, just I think the owning the comics part would have been
that
very
might
strange.
not have gone well, yeah.
Okay, question number 5. It's a 3-parter. It's Amalgam Comics.
Oh.
Was a combination of DC and Marvel, and I guess the universe is literally in this version merged.
Yes.
So characters, 2 separate characters, became one person. Is that correct?
I'm familiar with it, but I'm not going to be able to remember any of the specifics.
Well, so here's the question. It's 3-parter. I'm going to name a character, and you're going to tell me what 2 characters they are an amalgam of.
Okay.
Okay, number 1, White Witch.
I'm guessing that is Storm and Professor Snow.
That's very wrong, but really good guesses. No, it is Zatanna, the DC
Backwards
magician.
magic lady.
Yeah. And Scarlet Witch.
Oh, okay. Where does the snow element come in?
White Witch.
Oh,
You
I
said
made up the snow in my
Snow
head.
is on you.
Yeah.
Number 2.
You know why? Because Chronicles of Narnia.
Of course. Number 2, Moonwing.
Okay, that's going to be Moon Knight.
Because it's got the word moon in it.
Yes. And I guess Hawkman?
No, Nightwing.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And number 3, which is probably the easiest, but also the best of anything, and that is Darkclaw.
Tell me that's Batman and Wolverine.
That is fucking Batman and Wolverine.
That's awesome.
I know. I mean, like, I would never stop reading it. Okay, well, I think that just about answers my question for today's show. But like I said, I have so many more questions now, like infinite more questions
Patience, Zach.
Okay,
Patience.
now. Have to get to those at a later episode.
And if you guys have any further questions about today's episode or anything else that you want us to explain further, go into more detail about, you can reach us at DoomBots Pod on Twitter and Facebook and Gmail and all the other internet places.
All the things. If you liked our discussion today, you can go to doombotspod.com and subscribe to our blog. We'll have annotated stuff about this episode. If we notice we were glaringly wrong about something, we will address it.
And join us next time, where I am going to explain why Professor Xavier and Magneto teamed up with Apocalypse and Mr. Sinister to found a new country.
Like a new country? Okay, but as long as we talk about the Mojo stuff.
That's part of it.
Because honestly, I need free cable. I mean, I could totally see Terrence Howard as the character he plays on that show. Lion? Something like Lucius Lion. That's his name. And I always misremember it as Luscious Lion, and I think that's weird. Anyway, all of this is getting cut anyway. It doesn't matter.